Alrighty, everybody, welcome to Casual Sports Talk Podcast. 5 NHL edition. And now we got a gentleman right over here who realizes that he should never bet on the Leafs because they keep leafing. Here's Douglas.
Yeah, Stu. Yeah. I got nothing to say, really. They laid some eggs, man, at home in their biggest games. I think they lost by like 5 goals each time. Like, they didn't even put up a good game. Like, that's just lacking mental toughness, man. Like, I don't know what they need to do, but like, clearly Florida has that mental edge on them where they can just blow them out in a game 7, bro. Like, I don't know. When I went to game 7, I liked my odds. I really did.
So, I mean, I would love to say something between
I was
all of us.
Still,
I just paid you, Stu. I'm done.
I like my crispy $5. Thank you.
It was 10, Stu. We doubled it, man.
Come on, it was 10. Come on. Do you need a
we doubled it.
Manager? I'll gladly be one of those guys.
I respect the wager. You got $10. Congratulations.
I will say this, Douglas. Are you glad you made the move? $10.
Well, obviously not. Stuart, are you glad that the Cowboys missed the playoffs last year?
How dare you all?
Does that really put a smile on your face?
We're supposed to talk about NHL, and you're going to troll on me about my boys? How dare you?
All right, sir. I did mention this during one of the podcasts. I'm pretty sure that, like, you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. I respect that, even though it doesn't matter. But like, it's you should be a Dallas Stars fan because tomorrow's game 1, Dallas Stars, Edmonton Oilers. But you're not a Dallas Stars fan, Stu.
Yeah, I don't get that, Stu, because you could have just celebrated the Rangers winning the World Series. You could have celebrated the Mavs making the finals and now getting Cooper Flag. Like, you could have been a part of almost the greatest sports city in America, Stu.
Yes, sir. Have we asked this question before? What's your favorite NBA team? Is it the Cavs? I think we might.
Cavs. I'll do the Cavs if I had to pick.
You got a lot of Ohio, huh?
I mean, I respect that, but man, sir, come on. You like the Cowboys, but you don't like the Stars, who are in the Western Conference Finals.
He likes the Guardians. He likes the Blue Jackets. He likes the Guardians. He likes the Cavs. So it's all Ohio, then the Cowboys, bro.
When Texas clearly might have been or could be doing the one of the best sports states or cities or regions in all of recent sports history. But hey, sir, that's all I'm doing.
I mean, we'll see how it goes. But I will say, how dare you all? How dare you make fun of the Cowboys? And now we got a gentleman right over here who still doesn't know the astronomical craziness of losing Game 7 playoffs as a Leafs. Here's Chris.
Ooh, what was that, Stu? I mean, I honestly, sir, I'll respect it because, like, I was definitely rooting for the Leafs because mentioned in the podcast last week or 2 weeks ago, I wanted to be an all-Canadian NHL Stanley Cup final. Edmonton Oilers versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. But
don't trust those Leafs.
That's right.
Don't trust them Leafs. That's why I always say it. But anyway, before we talk about the teams we got a eulogy on the 4 teams where one of them going to lull so hard. What is your thoughts about the teams that made it to the Final 4 and probably the Final 8 so far?
Oh, can I give my opinion first?
Yeah.
I was definitely not expecting from the East. I was definitely not expecting. I mean, we had the Florida Panthers, reigning world champions for the hockey world. But I was not expecting. I kind of was expecting them to make it, but I was definitely not expecting the Carolina Hurricanes to make it. I was hardcore on Ovechkin, the Washington Capitals to make it to at least the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. No, I wasn't surprised. I feel like there's something that feels different about this Carolina team, but
yeah, it's definitely a much more stronger Carolina team. And it's very interesting because, like I said, last year I think they only made it to the first round, the second round, and they got eliminated. So this team is definitely because it was Florida versus the Rangers, if I remember correctly, last year.
You know.
Plus, if we're talking about real time right now, live, the Panthers are up 3-1 heading into the third period in the Eastern Conference Final, Game 1. So, man, the Panthers could make it to the Stanley Cup Finals again. Hopefully, defend their crown.
It could happen, but we'll see how it goes. And now we got to get our veils ready. We got to get our suits ready, black ties ready, because we got some eulogies to come up with. We'll start with Alex Ovechkin's Washington Capitals. Losing 4-1 in the series. Technically, we pretty much said game number 5, they're going to get eliminated. I think we all said that. And we weren't shocked.
I think the shocking part is just how not competitive they were. I mean, like, I guess the first 2 games they were, and then, I mean, losing by 4, losing by 3, losing by 2, it's like, and like scoring 3 total goals over the final 3 games, like that's not Capitals like. What happened?
Yeah, the Capitals kind of was like, I think they just
Here's what happened. The leader of the NHL, all-time leader in scoring, did not score. I do believe he scored in Game 4, which is great, but that did not help them when they lose 5-2.
No.
Yeah, and I guess we should have the good, interesting question we should ask this gentleman. I think Alex Ovechkin's probably going to play next year, correct? Do you believe 2026 when we're talking about the NHL?
That's all signs are pointing to it, yes.
Yeah.
I think you'll probably have like 1 more year, and then you'll probably go back to Russia.
Because how many goals do you guys know off the top of your head before we look it up? How many goals does he have all time? 990 or 960?
I thought it was like 895 or something like that.
895. Yeah. So he's looking to get eclipse over 900 goals. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think he might be over 900 goals. So let me check.
I don't know.
I got a good question, Stumper.
I feel like it was like 897 maybe.
Yeah. Doug is looking pretty accurate because I think Gretzky was at 895, Ovi was at 896. So hopefully he can get over 900. Which if he plays next season, he should easily be able to eclipse the 900 mark. But man, it'd be amazing. It'd be amazing to see someone get over 1,000. I don't think
Ovechkin's gonna get 1,000. Maybe 900.
Oh yeah, no way.
Yeah, maybe 900 unless he like.
Well, what is he at, Stu? What is the actual number? Did you get it?
897.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just wish I really wanted to see Alexander Ovechkin make it past the Hurricanes so he could eclipse 900 this season, assuming they would go, to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I don't think the playoff goals counted either. I think that was just regular season. He's got.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I like LeBron's. I think where it doesn't include playoffs. That's just his regular season.
Yet also, it's also kind of a little bit sad. They did go farther than last year. Last year they were 1 and done in the playoffs. They made it to the second round of the playoffs right now. They do have a young core besides Ovechkin, but
this year was special because the Washington Capitals, they finished number 1 in the Eastern Conference. Like they had the best record. But yeah.
I mean, it definitely feels disappointing. Like there's some years where the second round feels solid. This one felt like a letdown. Like this felt like a team this felt like a team that should have been there in the conference finals. And they just, I don't know, like they weren't even that competitive, really.
Yeah, sometimes I'm sorry, I just had a bad allergy cough. Sometimes when I talk about Toronto, it's just like coughs right now, like oh my god. But yeah, I guess we'll see how next year. I do feel like the Capitals will still make it to the postseason. Let's be honest, right?
Nope, Red Wings are taking their spot, baby. Here we come. All these movement.
Red Wings and Blue Jackets.
Hockey town. I'm broken. Hockey town.
I got some bad news. Unfortunately, the Dylan Larkin is playing so much great golf. I think he
Stu.
wants. I think he needs a time off.
Don't say it, Stu. It's going to be just like when I was a kid, and we're going back to Hockey Town. We're going to win all the cups.
No.
The eyes are playing, man.
Even Dylan Larkin's hating the Iser plan.
You know, I don't know, man. They need to make it next year. Maybe they can take the Capital spot. Who knows?
We'll see. I mean, I definitely feel like, but I still think the Capitals will still make a postseason. Mark my words, 2026, April 2026, we will have the Capitals in the postseason.
So, do you gentlemen have any final thoughts on the number 1 seed overall in the Eastern Conference, the Washington Capitals, not making it to the Eastern Conference Finals, or however far they made it?
I mean, I feel most sad for Ovechkin's legacy. I feel like he needed one more cup to like truly set himself, like, you know, like, and maybe that's just being a little bit too critical in some ways. Yeah. Like I feel like I would want multiple cups if you're like the all-time goal scorer. Like,
but to be fair, he did win a cup. I mean, it'd be different.
I know. I'm saying I'm being selfish. I'm saying it.
I know.
I feel like it's like we're like. There's some NBA players where, like, once you get to like 3, 4, 5, like then, you know, you're in like the Kobe Bryant's and Tim Duncan conversation and LeBron James's, where it's, I don't know. I'm a championship guy, I guess. I'm not a regular season guy.
I would think about it in football players. Like, does Peyton Manning, Brady versus Peyton. I mean, they're both good.
Tom's the GOAT.
Tom's the GOAT, but Peyton was also good. He doesn't have the ring. But like I said, Peyton went to the Hall of Fame. He won 2 Super Bowls. He beat out the Patriots a couple times.
Yeah, but I mean, Gretzky has 4 Stanley Cups belts, whereas nice. Obi has 1. How many does Tom Brady have? 7. How many does Peyton Manning have?
Yeah, a five championship lead. That's huge, man. I mean, you know, that's Michael Jordan versus.
LeBron. I mean, you do hit the
like Jokic right now. I don't know.
Yeah. But I will say, once Ovechkin does retire, he's getting the gold jacket or green jacket or whatever jacket that they.
Oh, I mean, first ballot, Stu.
First ballot guaranteed. Like you're putting Ovechkin on there.
I mean, Ovi's definitely going in the NHL Hall of Fame, which is what, up in Toronto, I do believe. Or
yes.
Yeah, greatness will come to Toronto at last.
Yeah, but I mean, he'll definitely make it. But like going as the all-time greats. Like I said, we've already had the podcast where we listed the all-time greats: hockey, NHL, NBA, NFL. But yeah, maybe we'll have a podcast here in the near future where we really discuss the greatest of all time.
Yes, maybe. Sure. And also, we can maybe discuss the losers of all time. Nathan Peterman, the greatest quarterback of all time in the NFL.
You know,
I thought about transition to the loser of all time, going Austin Matthews in the Leafs choking, but. All right, Nathan Peterman.
No, but I think next we'll save the best for last.
Chris is more of a postseason guy, you know.
But we got to talk about the Edmonton Oilers. Talking about the Vegas Golden Knights. Pretty much, I thought this was going to go to Game 7. You guys all thought about it, but apparently they just went to overtime and then lost on Wednesday. So go figure.
Yeah.
So for Vegas, this is their second time not making past the second round of the playoffs. If I believe last year, they did not lose to the Edmonton, but it's like, all right, I'm just going to look it up. The good old ChatGPT, if I'm correct. 2023, 2024. I believe that might be correct. But
dude, we need to update budget for this, dude. We need fact checking immediately.
We want that. That's why I'm using. Okay, so they did win against the Wild, and then they lost to Dallas.
Who? What are you talking about? What year?
Last year.
Last year, gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, gentlemen, I'm excited for these games that are on right now, man. We got the Minnesota's up on the Thunder by 1 point in the third quarter. That's a fun one.
But
It's a real fun series.
But I guess we should talk. Okay, so the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah.
I know they won a cup a couple of years ago. I think it was like 3 years ago.
Did they not win it in their inaugural season?
No, they made it to the finals and they lost to the Capitals.
Gotcha. Oh, and that's when Ovi won it. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Very nice.
Yeah, so that was like, and I will say that was more impressive. And also it still made me laugh that all these Canadian fans were complaining that they rigged it for Vegas and it was rigged. And I was like, no, it's garbage ownership in Canada led to Vegas success. Not wrong. Not wrong.
So do we have any final thoughts for the Las Vegas Golden Knights? I mean they won one game in that series against the Edmonton Oilers.
And it was a close one, and every other one was kind of like close to maybe like blowout. I think honestly, Vegas probably did a much more better than the Capitals did, getting eliminated.
You
They didn't get blown out. There's no blowout games.
I mean, I see a 3-0 there in Game 4.
Okay, one.
Game 2 was a 2. Game 1 was a 2-goal game. I guess there's 2 overtime games too. I mean.
Well, in all fairness, the Capitals, they were number 1 seed overall in the Eastern Conference. What seed were the Golden Knights here in the Western Conference?
They were
I believe they're the third. Yeah, they're like the 2 or 3rd seed. I know they.
So you have the Jets as number 1. Yeah, you're right. The Golden Knights, they're number 2 probably. Yeah, because they were number 1 in the lower bracket. So yeah, the Golden Knights were number 2 overall in the Western Conference, and they get schmacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do for Vegas? Like, how
so back to Steve's question: is it more embarrassing for the Capitals or for Golden Knights? I mean, man.
I
feel like the Capitals.
Yeah, honestly, I think one of the podcasts, I think I was going hard on the Capitals. Like, oh yeah, Capitals, they're definitely going to the Eastern Conference Finals. But man, Golden Knights, they're the number 2 overall in the Western Conference. And then they lose 4-1. Kind of like the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh,
yeah. Choke artist.
These have been fun playoffs. I mean, in basketball, it's going to be a new champion. Like, it'll be one of these superstars' first title. It's going to be a city that hasn't won a championship in at least 50-plus years.
Let's say NBA, 7 different champions in the last 7 years, whatever. But yeah,
it's been great for the league,
and
man.
Like,
it's
gonna be interesting. So it's besides Florida, 3 of these other teams haven't won a cup in a really long time. It's been decades. Like the closest I'm trying to think was Carolina, and it was 2006.
Ooh, wow, Hurricanes, 2006.
Yeah, the other one was
19 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, sir, off the top of your head, do you know Stars, Oilers?
Oh, yeah. Stars was 2000 and Oilers was 1990.
Wow. So, honestly, low-key, I'm rooting against the Florida Panthers, even though they're up 3-1 going in the 3rd period. So, yeah, I do not want to see the Florida Panthers going.
I would like to see the Oilers maybe get their revenge this year. Rematch, but then this time the Oilers win Game 7. It would be kind of a fun story.
I think that'd be kind of a fun. I mean, it would definitely be an interesting one. And also, I will say it's kind of funny because I feel like I was listening to one of my YouTubers that was about the hockey, and I feel like he was getting so frustrated. Oilers fans were blowing up his comments, just like getting so frustrated. Like, you're talking so much smack about the Oilers and the Oilers stinking and they're not looking good. And I was even talking about that earlier in the season about the Oilers when they were behind 2-0 against the Kings. And now,
sorry to interrupt you, Sue. I remember we all 3 of us, we thought the Kings were going to beat the Oilers. I'm not sure if it was in 5 games, 6 games, 7 games, but all 3 of us voted that the Kings were going to beat the Oilers. And now look at the Oilers.
Look at them.
I did have a great hot take. I wanted, because Team Canada won the 4 Nations Cup for the All-Star weekend for the NHL. I had that great hot take that I want McDavid to hoist the 4 Nations trophy as well as hoist Lord Stanley.
That's a tough one, but
I mean, he's on track.
He's on track. And I will say, I think Vegas, I will say it, Edmonton was a better team than Vegas. And I think it was funny because I don't think people would have said that in week 1 of the NHL. I think people would have said Golden Knights better team.
I mean, from Vegas, there I see 0 goals the last 2 games of the series. That's pretty embarrassing. Shut out and back to that game.
Wow, yeah, you're right. Wow,
that was a battle of the defense. And I will say it. Game 5 was a battle of the defense.
Yeah, and the Knights didn't have enough of it. Maybe they should have played more defense. Yeah. Gave up 1 too many there, boys.
Too many indeed in this one, gentlemen. And I guess, do we have any final eulogies on the Golden Knights?
Your luck's run out.
Yeah. Should have put it on black, not red. I mean, that didn't make any sense, but that was a betting.
And they busted out of the playoffs. Get out.
Yeah,
I like that, Doug. I like that. Busted out.
The Knights
they got 22 on 21.
Or maybe I could do a chess reference. I could do a chess reference. Be like, unfortunately, the Knight got checkmated.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I like the chess. Take it away from Vegas. Go to chess.
I mean, they are the Golden
people
Knights.
relate to here.
Yes. And now we got the Winnipeg Jets, who did not do better this season compared to last season when they made it to the finals. If I remember correctly, they were playing against the finals versus the Oilers. And also, this was a really sad game for the final game because they went to overtime. One of the Jets players, I don't know if you heard about this, Chris and Douglas, one of the star Jet players, their father passed away that day. And they were like, all right, I want to play this game. So, yeah.
Wow.
Sorry to get a little bit morbid. Yeah.
And you said that was for a Winnipeg Jets player?
That was a Winnipeg Jets player. That was their star.
What game was that? The game that they lost to end the series?
The game they lost. Yeah, the game lost, which was Game 6.
Game 6, they lost 2-1 to the Stars.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a tough loss.
Yeah.
Like, I'll even give credit to even the Stars fans. Like, they were even cheering his jerseys. They were even after the game. They were saying, "Go Jets." You know what I mean? That, there's sometimes we like to troll on sports, and like, I'll be honest with you, I love to troll on the sports, but I think even me, I might have had to shed a tear in my eye. I'm just saying. That's just me. I'm a sensitive soul. I'm just saying.
I respect it.
Yes. But do you have any eulogies and final thoughts on the Jets of Winnipeg?
Just like the Washington Capitals, best record, #1 overall. It's unfortunate. I mean, sir, I'm pretty sure you have this. How many years has it been since it's called the President's Cup, right? When you have the #1 overall record?
Yes. So yes, the President's Trophy curse.
There we go.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. It was actually Mark Scheifele's dad. I just wanted to double check. Yes. Mark Scheifele's dad passed.
Plus, Mark Scheifele, he was injured the last 2 games. He came back and scored in Game 6. But anyways, President's Trophy. Like when's the last time a team that won the President's Cup? When's the last time they actually won a Stanley Cup? Do we know that?
It was the LA Kings.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, it's been a long time.
What year was that, sir? Do you know that?
2013.
You said 2008?
Yeah, 2013, 2014.
2013. All right. So over a decade ago.
Yeah.
So
and it's kind of funny to think the President's Trophy winner doesn't make it far in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like,
it seems like NHL-wise, you do not want to be the best team. The #1 overall.
Any theories on this? What do we think the difference is?
It's a curse, man.
Is it like is it like in the NFL? Do you think where if you get to kind of coast to the end, you lose your mojo, where the teams kind of having to fight for those playoff spots? Maybe they got the momentum going into it.
I think sometimes, yeah. I mean, it's hard. I mean, the NHL is very hard to make it far in this playoffs.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like physicality has been winning the playoffs in both leagues right now too.
I mean,
Seems like, the more physical teams kind of do pretty well.
I always say you got to give credit to Tampa when they made it to 3 finals cups and won to the last 2, because that's an extra month of playing hockey compared to other teams. Like that's an extra 2 extra months. You know what I mean? And just to keep that same momentum and just go and go and go and go and go. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like LeBron, like for those, like, what did he make it, like 9 straight years or something ridiculous?
Yeah.
Every year playing till late June, Was it that long? Like, I feel like he had those 5 years with the Cavs, 4 years with the Heat, like 9 straight finals.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, you're definitely accurate for sure.
That's crazy. Like, could you imagine, like, that many years in a row? Like, I don't feel like we appreciated it back in that day because, like, Steph Curry kind of was so dominant, but it's hard to be great.
It's hard to be great, and it's hard to keep that momentum. But I feel like, I feel like it's maybe kind of like that. And also, I will say, it just feels like those President's Trophy winners don't make it to the final. When's the last time a President's Trophy winner, like President's?
So LeBron James has played 22 years in his career in the NBA. He's made it to 21 playoff appearances out of those 22.
Yeah, that's
I should look it up. Like how many times has he made to the second round? Because obviously this year he did not make it, but also this year
they haven't done good since that bubble. They haven't really done anything in the playoffs.
Right.
You'd like to know what would have happened if they could have got a center, like if that trade went through, because they just had no size, man.
Did they really need a center? Because man, they had Luke. All right, sorry, you're about to say something.
Yeah, I was actually wrong. It was actually not the LA Kings. The LA Kings did win the cup. They were not President's Trophy winners. It was actually the Chicago Blackhawks.
What year was that, Stu?
2012, 2013. And that's the last time. That is crazy to think. That's the last time a President's Trophy winner made it to the finals.
That's the year that the Red Wings were up 3-1 on them too, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been. My God, can you imagine if we were doing that podcast 12 years ago? We would just be like, "Hey, Douglas, how do you feel about the Wings?"
This is the one upside of having teams that just suck. Like, then we don't have all this pain and agony of constant defeats.
Yeah, and then you get to see Dylan Larkin just play some great golf in April and May.
I do want to stomach some tough. I'd rather stomach some tough playoff L's though than this too. This is just rough. No playoff hockey in Hockey Town just doesn't make sense to me. We got to get back. It's embarrassing.
There's going to be a point, Douglas, if it gets bad. Free raffle Cadillacs is coming soon.
Sure, I think the Dallas Cowboys and their organization start raffling off.
Hey, we have at least won a playoff game. Damn it!
When, Stu? When?
2020 was it when we beat Brady? Brady's last game was the last time.
Okay, yeah, but what year was that, Stu?
2023.
2023?
Yes, because don't get me started on 2024.
No problem, because we're talking about hockey, Stu. We're not talking about the Cowboys again.
I don't want to talk about the boys.
I'll be honest. I brought that up.
You brought it up. I wanted to talk about the Jets. But
I guess hard on the Cowboys in that group text today. I'm over it, Stu. I'm over it.
How dare you? I literally had to send.
Hey, honestly, Doug, that was a great group text message.
I thought it was pretty decent, man. Like, could you imagine if Dallas had the Eagles, Stu? You guys would be the greatest sports town of all time.
That's why for all of our listeners that listen to this podcast, we will more than likely have a podcast where we talk about the greatest city of all time, sports-wise. Boston, Dallas, Los Angeles, Florida. Some city in Florida, but it has to be a city.
At this moment in time, is Dallas or is Philadelphia the better sports town?
I don't like this. The 76ers
The 76ers suck.
The Flyers suck.
I mean, if you're going off those two cities, it's definitely Dallas. I hate to admit that, but man.
But I mean, we have the Super Bowl champ versus the team that missed the playoffs.
Boo.
But I mean, if somebody needs to win a championship, because like if the Phillies made the World Series, Did they lose to Texas,
Yeah,
though?
they
Did they
did.
lose to Texas in the World Series? Oh,
Yeah,
that
they
looks
did.
bad.
Yeah.
All right, that looks bad for my argument. All right.
Yeah, we're better team. Let's go. Anyway,
All right, fine.
do you have any final thoughts on eulogizing the Jets?
No,
No, my final thoughts were they're the best team in the West. Can't do it. Can't do it.
It's
Oh, no.
it is an oh no indeed. But now we got to talk about the best oh no. Oh my God! Can I just rip them? I'm just going to destroy.
Yeah,
This
I
might
thought
be
we
a
were
conversation for Doug and Stewart.
All
By
right.
your
I
guys.
thought we were done with this.
What?
No, I'm saying we're circling back.
Do you remember when you said, "Give me my money" and all this?
I remember saying it about 5 different times too, no doubt.
I will even tell you this. I would have even still bet money when it was against an 0-2 against the Panthers versus the Leafs because I don't trust them. I never trust them.
You know, Stu, you ultimately got me back. I got you on the double or nothing in the first round. You got me back in the second.
Yes. I'm just saying, Leafs going to keep leafing. All right, so gentlemen, I just want to let you know there's some great statistical anomalies that's been happening with the Toronto Maple Leafs. I just want to let you know, Chris, I already told Douglas, but I want to tell you, Christopher, some fun facts.
They are pretty fun, man. They're pretty fun facts.
Number one, fact number one. Compared to the Buffalo Sabres, the Sabres, since 2004, has had winning more playoff series. They've won 4 playoff series versus the Leafs have won 2. This team,
Since
what year?
yes,
Since
Buffalo.
04.
Yes, since
What?
04.
We're going back 21 full years, Chris, to pull this stat off.
I just want to make sure I know the history or like the year we're going back. I know Stu. We all know Stu loves talking about going back in 20 years. All right, so since 21 years ago, you said the Buffalo Sabres
More successful.
Gotcha.
And the crazy part is, and here's the crazy stat: the Sabres have not made the playoffs since 2010.
2010. Okay. All right. Gotcha on that. Let's go.
Yes. That's fact number 1. Fact number 2. They have lost Game 7 not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times in a row, 5 times in a row, 6 times in a row, 7 times in a row. They have lost 7 Game 7s in a playoff series.
The Toronto Maple Leafs have done that?
Yes.
Dang, if I would have known that statistic, I would have put a lot more money on the Florida Panthers for winning Game 7.
Yo! I would have put in all the bank account money. I don't even like the sports bet. I would have put in all my life savings on that stuff.
I would have somehow grabbed Stewart's title to his car and put that on Game 7. Somehow she got that.
And I actually asked my good friend ChatGPT, what are the odds of losing 7 games in a row?
Not good.
It is 0.78% odds of losing 7 games in a row.
Are you talking 7 Game 7s, correct?
7 Game 7s.
Yeah, sir. We're talking about Game 7 strictly right now.
Yes, 7 Game 7s.
Wow, man, this is, sir. I love that you looked this all up. This is impressive.
It is the same.
You came prepared. That's when we need more things that just get to Stu, like the Toronto Maple Leafs. What else can get you this angry? We're just gonna get you hyped up and
let's put it this way.
All I'm gonna do is just start shit talking the Eagles at you, so you get really fired up before podcast.
Oh! But anyway, I got to be crapping on these Leafs. Here's another thing. It is the same odds, Christopher, as getting a deck of cards, and you get to pick out a card, and that is correct. That is the same statistical
correct number and suit.
Yes. Let's put it that way.
Sir, you won $10 off of Mr. Doug because the Florida Panthers won the series.
Yes.
What you should do next year is if the if or when the Toronto Maple Leafs win or make it to the playoffs, you should put them on them to lose a series in Game 7
against the No Leafs. But anyway, that is.
Do you know what's going to happen just to spite me still? The Detroit Red Wings make the playoffs next year, get the Maple Leafs to a Game 7, and then we're the ones that end the streak. The Red Wings were meant to end this streak, Stu. We'll end our streak of 9 years of missing the playoffs by losing to the Panthers in Game 7, so they don't get to 8.
Ooh,
we're bros like that.
Or
we're cool like that, bro.
Or losing to the Leafs in Game 7. That would be kind of hilarious, right?
No, I mean, I just want to make the playoffs. That's what I've been saying. Like, I will take the heartache over just being irrelevant. Like,
you're like that one joke where your name tree had a joke about when it was the Bengals losing to the Steelers in that crazy game with Vontaze Burfict did a helmet to helmet and one of the players shoved a ref. That you were like, man, it's like a pain that Browns fans have been dreaming of for years.
You know, and like that's it, man. Like, it's like there's always something more. You know, there's always something better out there.
But anyway. Here's some other facts. So Brad Marchand last year played for the Boston Bruins.
Yeah, we know.
What he did?
And then he went to the Florida Panthers.
Yes. You know how many times that Brad Marchand has beaten the Florida Panthers in Game 7?
I'm going to get 0.
5 games.
Wow.
Game 7. And you know what's the kicker in this game? You know who got the final goal in this game? I just wanted to... In Game 7, I just wanted you, the game cast, I just wanted to show you who's the final person in the third period. Brad Marchand.
Oh, an empty netter, impressive. Empty netter. He still got it.
He still got it. That is the kicker. In
the rat still hasn't.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure that's his nickname. Between a bunch of teams.
My God, isn't that hilarious? That this man who has owned the Leafs for years gets the game-winning final goal in an empty netter, getting blown out 6-1. How do you feel?
I love to see it. Love to see it.
Yes. This is the amount of ownage that, I'm going on the urinary tree subreddit, and it's just trolling after trolling after trolling on them Leafs. I am literally just getting photos and stuff and just sending it to you guys about how much the trolling of these Leafs are.
I mean, yeah, you won $10, so I mean,
I'll send them right back with Cowboys memes. All right, brother.
Boo! At least we didn't.
What was the one I said today? Dak saying, "Fuck, we suck."
Boo! And also this Family Friends podcast, but boo! How dare you?
But today he said he's healthy and ready to go. Sorry, I got us on the Cowboys. That was on me. My bad.
How dare you all? But I should ask this.
So Stu, I know your love for Brad Marchand, which is amazing. He's a good hockey player. He's making $1 million more than what we're making. But the Florida Panthers are up 4-1 right now, going in the third period. No assists, no goals for Brad Marchand.
But that's okay, because Brad Marchand...
I mean, yeah, you're right. So it's a team effort, not an individual effort.
It's a team effort. But I guess we should ask, what do you do if you're Toronto? Austin Matthews ain't going to win you a cup.
You don't think so, Stu?
No.
You trade him for Dylan Larkin so you can miss the playoffs altogether.
Yeah!
We'll take Austin Matthews. We'll make this playoffs. We'll lose in Game 7.
Yeah!
Playoffs altogether. We'll just flip roles.
Honestly, here's the thing.
Kind of pain.
Here's what I think. I think Austin Matthews is a great asset. I mean, he scores goals. He gets assists. He has shots on goals. But maybe it's his surrounding cast that just isn't there.
I'm going to go to it again, though. I mean, look at this series. I mean, Game 4, they got shut out. Game 5, they had 1 goal. Game 7, they had 1 goal. Like they won with 2 goals. It's like,
And
where's the goal scoring? Put
and
the
let's
biscuit
remind
in
you,
the basket.
Game 5, you lost at home and you gave up 5 at home.
Like
Game 7,
6-1, 6-1. Like, look at how embarrassing that is.
by
At home,
5 at
Like,
home.
that's just lack of focus.
You got blown out at home.
I think at a minimum, I feel like you need a new manager. Like, I don't feel like you can run back with the same coach.
Should you blow up this team at this point? I know.
I feel like you're too close to blow up the team. I mean, they had 108 points on the season. Like, they came into it a pretty nice team.
I mean, it's sad to know that in the last 23 years, this is the most successful Leafs franchise. But even the end of Game 7, they still booed the Leafs. The Leafs fans booed the players. They booed the coaches. They booed everybody. They were like, "Is this what you give me?"
Oh, they did more than just booing. They were throwing jerseys onto the ice.
Mm.
I mean, they deserve that.
I mean that was pretty funny.
So these fans probably paid $2,000 a ticket to go to like Game 5 and Game 7. They probably paid so much money to watch their team put up that pitiful of a performance, man. Like, I would be so mad. Like, I had a buddy that went to a World Series game for the Diamondbacks a couple years ago, and they got obliterated. And he was like, "Dude, that was such a waste of money. That was so stupid to go like pay $300 to watch my team get destroyed." And, like, I would be so mad if I like finally got to a Leafs game and then all of a sudden they lose by 5 points on home ice in a clinching game.
No,
like,
I completely agree with that. Like, I would not want to spend money on a playoff game or a potential championship game if my team that I'm rooting for was not going to win. But yeah,
it is the most embarrassing. Like, are they the postseason embarrassment? There can't be another one. It's them and the Kings, but the Kings at least won a cup 11 years ago. What has the Leafs done?
You said the Kings?
The Kings.
Yeah, I mean, he was. Stuart loves living. When's the last time the Leafs won a championship or a
1967. 60. It's been 58 years of just laughing at this embarrassment.
But don't the Leafs have one of the top 8 in the amount of cups they've won?
Nobody cares. That was only 16.
We're talking about the past now.
Nobody cares. What have you done since 67?
You brought up the Los Angeles Kings.
What have you done in 67? I mean, it's like Douglas when you were a Michigan fan. As a Michigan fan. Okay,
he's real major. Yes.
Okay, I will tell you this. Before 97. Okay, hear me out, Douglas. My rants. My rants. I know that before, if it was 1997, let's just say we're doing this podcast in 1995. And you're talking about, hey,
let's not do that.
Hey, we're Michigan. We won all these national championships. We won in the past. We got 8 national championships.
Well, so if we're talking about that exact moment, we just had Desmond Howard win the Heisman Trophy. We've won some Rose Bowls. It's not like we're irrelevant. So it's like, I mean, I would feel like, come on, like we should get one done. But like, I also wouldn't feel like let down by like the success. Like, they were winning the Big Ten championship and like going to good bowl games there.
But I guess I would say, what do you mean?
Okay. They didn't get the grand prize, obviously.
Okay, 89. Let's just do 1990, 1989. Like, and you're just talking about you won those championships. Does anyone care about that?
You know, I don't know. Still, does anybody care about the Cowboys Super Bowls in the 90s right now? I don't know. Still, I don't know.
Honestly, sir, per Stastica.com, Montreal Canadiens have 24 Stanley Cups.
No one cares.
Toronto Maple Leafs have 13, which is number 2 overall.
Who's number 3? Is it the Red Wings?
Detroit Red Wings number 3 overall.
To be fair, that was like back in the era that there's only like six teams.
Dude, we won 5 of them since I've been alive, bro. We won 5 in my lifetime.
No, I'm just saying for like the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Wings have at least won it in the modern era. How about that?
I like it. They haven't won in the salary cap era, though. That's what really messed with us.
Yeah, fortunately, Ken Holland ruined that. Sorry.
You can't sell out, man. The Tigers and the Red Wings both sold out to try to win a championship, and like they didn't do it, and then they just became irrelevant because they didn't build a farm system, and they've been terrible for so long.
But
you got to have a farm system, man. You can't just sell it away.
But what would you say? I will say, gentlemen, what do you think we can do for the Leafs? I just don't. I just feel like people need to be fired. Someone needs to be terminated.
Honestly, yeah. If I had a better understanding of what was going on at the Leafs organization, I mean, they have the players. They have Austin Matthews. They have the players available. So maybe it is something general manager wise or something like that.
I mean, if you're a Leafs, let's just be honest, Douglas. I know you're a Red Wings fan. If you're a Leafs fan and you've been a joke, an embarrassment,
I make personally. This is what I would do. Okay, I'm making a crazy move. I'm going out and I'm getting like I can't think of it, like a Jack Eichel, like some like kind of superstar in his prime. Like I'm swinging because I am so unbelievably frustrated at my core of this level of failure that I'm kind of going all in. I'm like early Tigers when they went and they got Prince Fielder and they had 4 Cy Young winners, all these players. I think you go that way. You're just like, we're going to go out, we're going to make some crazy trades. We're going to kind of give up our future to try to win a cup now because they're close. They maybe have to pump up the extra money. They got to Penn State it, throw out ridiculous money to get some players coming in. They're there, man. But you just got to go over the top, I think. Yeah. Like the Panthers got over the top by getting Matthew Tkachuk. That's what got them to the top, in my opinion.
And Bobrovsky. Those are the 2 keys. Bobrovsky and Matthew Tkachuk.
I think they made a trade for Tkachuk, like what, last year or 2 years ago? Yeah. And then boom, Stanley Cups. Like they got that player that made them, from solid to great. Like they might just be a player away that they need to go all in on somebody. Maybe give up some first round draft picks, some prospects in the OHL or whatever it is, and get a big name.
I think that's their game plan. They got to do that because I think keeping consistency is not going to win you cups. This core is not going to win you a cup. I'm sorry. This core will not win you a cup. I don't care.
Little chance of it.
But anyway, I just got to say for my final thoughts on the Leafs. Leafs keep leafing. Same old Leafs, same old blue faces, and same old disappointment as always because I'm right. I'm right. I'm never wrong on that one.
Well, thank you for being very clear that that's something you're not wrong about. I'm not saying that you know all. I appreciate the honesty.
Yes, I at least know one on that one. But anyway, we should talk about the final 4 teams. Florida Panthers versus the Carolina Hurricanes. Or I should say the Hurricanes. I know it's 4-1 in the third period. We're recording this on a Tuesday, and it looks like Florida will probably win this game. Gentlemen, who do you think is going to win between Florida versus Carolina?
Honestly, I thought this was going to be a low-scoring match. 4-1 in the third period. Kind of high scoring for what NHL is. But I love the Florida Panthers. So, in my opinion, I love Connor McDavid. Edmonton Oilers, Florida Panthers. Let's go. What do you guys think?
I'm going.
Wait, before that score changes, because Florida just scored another one. What is that score?
Oh, so it's 5-1?
It's 5-1, but I'll take Florida in 4 games.
Wow. You think they're gonna sweep, man?
I think it'll go to game 5. The score of the game there, 4-1. I think Carolina gets at least 1, but
it's crazy because Carolina's been dominant, and then they just play against this Florida team. And it's just like this game. It's been like I think they've just been hot right now.
They're hot. They're really hot. And they got all their guys back at the right time too. So they're kind of peaking at the right time.
So I think honestly, we might have, gentlemen. I mean, just defeating. I mean, I'm looking at this game right now. Just to beat this team 5-1 with 5 minutes left in this game at away. That's impressive. Like they do better at away than home.
I mean, yeah, they're a complete team, man. That's the thing. Like they're the defending Cup champs for a reason.
I think I'm going to say this. We got to get the broomsticks ready. I'm thinking a sweep is coming soon.
Oh,
I think we're sweeping. We never had a sweep this season.
All right.
This might be the sweep.
I know, Stuart. You like to bet Doug with $5, but Stuart, would you bet me $5 that this will not be a sweep?
Stu only gets the sweep.
Stuart, you're muted. Stuart, you're muted.
He's betting 5 only. That's a sweep because of the confidence. I like.
Sorry about that. I just randomly muted myself.
Yeah, Stuart, you're very confident that this will be a sweep. Would you do a $5 if it's not? If you're saying it's a sweep versus not a sweep, I mean it's a hefty bet, but come on.
All right, I'll do. How about we'll do 5-1 odds? How about that?
All right,
I'll give you $1.
5-1 odds.
I'll give you $1 if the Panthers do not sweep the Hurricanes. But if they
how about $5 that the Panthers win? All right, I'll give you $5, Stu. If the Panthers win, it'd be 4-1.
5-1 now.
No, I'm saying the series.
Oh, the series 4-1. Okay. And if it goes to Game 7, no one wins.
How about that? If it goes to Game 6, no one wins.
All right. How about that deal?
Game 6, I like it.
All right. So, sir, what's the rate wager here?
I think we'll do $5.
So $5. Panthers win 4-1. If not, sir. So if Panthers win 4-1, I give you $5. If it happens after game 6 or game 5, then I win $5. Right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Let's go! Virtual handshake. We got this recorded right here in this podcast studio.
I mean, plus the Panthers are up 1-0. They're going to win this game easily.
Oh, I got bad news, gentlemen. Carolina's on the power play. Comeback is
yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Oh, darn, they are but granted, let's be honest, Carolina ain't going to do nothing. I mean, good for you, Carolina, but it's just like I just think Florida's a better team. That's all I got to say.
I think Florida might be the best team.
I think it might be the best team. I think they might win the cup. I think we might have a repeat.
I certainly think they have a 25% chance or better.
I think honestly, I would give them like a 30. I think I might give them a 33% chance right now.
33%.
Yeah. I think I would be honest with you on that one. And
all right,
now,
so obviously, you guys are confident in the Panthers making. Who do you guys want to see from the Western Conference making it?
Oh, that's a good transition, Christopher, because we got tomorrow. We got Oilers versus the Stars.
Game 1. Let's go.
Game 1. I think this one might go to Game 7.
Yeah.
But I'm just like thinking about both teams look.
Plus, you have to think the Dallas Stars. They're the top. They're the better seed than the Oilers. So
but it doesn't mean anything. But to be fair,
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's the NHL playoffs. It's like, hey, I will always say it. Like 2 years ago, the Florida Panthers were a wild card, and did Edmonton? Hurricanes just scored a goal. But I would say,
sure, it doesn't. This game's over.
Let's go.
But I was just saying. But anyway, back to what I was saying. But they made it to the finals. They were a wild card team and they made it to the finals. So I really will always say it doesn't really matter as long as you make that 8 seed. You're the 8 teams that make it into the playoffs.
Do you guys think hockey is the most throw the records out the window sport?
Yes. I honestly don't think it really matters how you did in the preseason, as long as you make it to the top 8.
Yeah, I agree. That's why it's so frustrating. The Wings can't just make it because you never know.
Yeah, you never. Well, yeah.
Just a lucky game here, a lucky bounce there.
Even the COVID year, they didn't even make it.
Stu, we're both disappointed. Okay.
Okay. I'm just saying. We need to keep traditions alive, right? As a Wings fan, right? Just Wings gonna wing, right?
I mean, Stu, in my mind, I'm always gonna be a kid watching the Wings win a Stanley Cup. I went to my grandfather's house. It was a great experience. We just sat there. I was like 10 years old watching the Red Wings win the Stanley Cup. And I'm like, wow, this is going to be great. We're going to win the Stanley Cup like every third year. And then all of a sudden you don't make the playoffs for almost a decade. You go from a Stanley Cup, like 5 in that short time to can't even make the playoffs over 9 seasons.
Man, it's just like it's like you Red Wings fans were getting so disappointed and frustrated when you're making a postseason for 23
We were the
years.
Patriots, bro. We were the Patriots of hockey for a minute there.
And like you remember in 2015, you were like, man, I don't care. It's so frustrating. I want to blow this team up. They like made the postseason and they can't even do anything.
Yeah.
Now you miss those days.
I mean, I would take those over this. No doubt.
You would rather make a postseason and just get embarrassed and just get blown out the whole series and get swept than this.
Yeah, I would like the Red Wings to at least get a playoff game in LCA.
You want them to be the Pistons for 5 years and just never get swept the whole time.
Well, no, he's talking about LCA, Little Caesars Arena.
Yes, you want that at Little Caesars Arena.
Little Caesars.
Yes, dude, I want to know how the Cowboys
is a electric stadium to be in.
That's never had a postseason in the Red Wings in his entire history of the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Not wrong.
It's a shame, man. It's a great stadium too.
Yes, it's a shame too. But I am gonna go. I forgot about this. Game 7. I think we're gonna have a rematch. I'm going to Edmonton.
Really?
I feel like Edmonton got this.
See, I'm on a strong Dallas heater. Like, I really like what Edmonton's done, but like, I haven't been impressed, oddly enough, even though they've been great. And like, I don't know what it is that's holding me back about Edmonton, but there's just something that feels special about Dallas this year. Like, I don't know if it's like that traded player that's just been like coming in clutch and like the game against Colorado and all these other.
Was his name Nico Rantanen?
Yeah, that's just been such a fun story. Like, I feel like it's got to continue. I truly feel like Dallas and Florida are like the 2 best teams that are kind of peaking at the right time.
Yeah, honestly, Doug makes so much sense. I want to say the Edmonton Oilers, but yeah, I like what Doug's saying.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you want to do a bet?
Yeah, I say Dallas Stars in 6.
Do you want to do a bet, Douglas?
Do we want to do that one where we all are in on it again, where you have to pick the team and the game?
Ooh.
This could be the moment. Because, Stu, you wanted Edmonton in 7?
I want Edmonton 7.
I would take Dallas in 7 if Chris wants to take Dallas in 6.
I'll take Dallas in 6.
All right, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. And it would be kind of funny.
Oh, no. We're not going to see how it goes. So I'll take Dallas in 6. Doug's saying Dallas in 7. Yeah. Stuart's saying Edmonton in 7.
And that'd be kind of funny, and then they just
are we all shaking on this now?
Yep.
Yes, we did shake on this. I will also say it would be kind of hilarious if it's just like a swap happens, and then it's just like, okay, I thought this game was going to be close.
Which way would the sweep go, Stu? If you were to see one of these teams sweeping the other, which way is the sweep happening?
Edmonton.
Really?
I'm going to Connor McDavid. I trust Connor McDavid.
Yeah. All right.
Like I did say earlier on one of the podcasts, I think it was 3 weeks ago, I want to see Connor McDavid hoisting 4 Nations trophy as well as him hoisting Lord Stanley.
And now we got to talk about quick recap of the NBA talk, because we got 4 teams that minorly one of them will win an NBA championship. And the Knicks are doing something right now. Can you believe it?
Man, the Pistons should have had him, man. Like, and that's what's crazy. And they beat up on Boston pretty good there too. It's like it's kind of fun to see, man. I'm liking seeing the clutch play. I'm liking seeing like how competitive these games and series are. Like seeing Denver OKC go to Game 7 was really fun. Seeing like right now I'm watching Anthony Edwards versus Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What a fun matchup, dude. Like 2 future faces of the league potentially, and it's been like I think somebody mentioned earlier, 7 different champions in the last 7 seasons. Yeah. Like I'm locked into the NBA with this parody. It's like always different players, stories. Like there's so many legacies being built all at once. It's not just like the LeBron era or the Curry era. It's just been fun.
It has honestly been a fun. I mean, I will even say it. I think it finally feels good that the NBA has parity. I will say that because like the LeBron Curry era, where it was just like, oh, Cavs and Warriors, Cavs and Warriors, Cavs and
I mean,
Warriors.
that was like from 2013 or 14 to 2017.
Because the NBA is so dynasty. It's like the Bulls 6 championships, then the Lakers won 5 championships in that short amount of time, and the Spurs won 4. And it's like it was just so many. And then all of a sudden the Warriors come in and they win 4. And it's just like, oh, and then you have the Miami Heat, they're going to 4 straight championships, winning 2. It's like there's never been this much parity where it's always somebody new, somebody different. You can see so many teams winning it.
Loki, I was hoping that the Nuggets, because the Nuggets won last year, right?
They won 2 years ago.
Yeah, they won 2 years ago. Yes, they beat the Phoenix.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Celtics won last year. I was hoping that the Nuggets could have had like a little dynasty going with Jokic being the best player of all time, but Jokic being the best player of recent years. I wish that he could have made the play. Well, they made the playoffs, but making the championship, winning the NBA championship this year. But
that was fun. I've been rooting for Giannis to kind of make another run at it too. Like it's such a shame. Like I feel like he's so good. I would like to see him make a run.
I don't think I love your take there, Doug, but I don't think Giannis has a supporting cast.
Oh, I agree.
To make it to winning championships, one championship or multiple championships.
If somehow the Pistons get involved, man, I would. Oh my God! Like if the Pistons could pair Cade Cunningham and Giannis, like dynasty for sure.
Dynasty for sure. I mean, it's going to be like I am definitely going to be picking as a casual NBA guy.
That's why it's called Casual Sports Talk Podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Knicks do it. Let's be honest. Let's go Knicks.
Really?
Wait, you want the Knicks?
Yeah.
All right. So
Knicks are a franchise. Come on.
Ooh, all right.
He used to have the Yankee posters on his wall. It all makes sense now.
All right. So Sue wants the Knicks overall to win it. Doug, who do you want to win it? Of these 4 teams.
I want Minnesota. I want to see Anthony Edwards kind of take.
Yeah, has it been a while? Was it like Minnesota's been since 71? It has. Yeah.
I don't know if they've won one even, honestly. It might have been the team that moved to LA before them. I don't think this franchise has won a playoff or a title.
And Doug, I agree with you. I want Minnesota so bad. Not so bad. But the reason I want Minnesota is because my cousin told me the other day, like 4 out of the 5 last champions that have won the NBA championship, they've beat Jimmy Butler at some point in the playoffs.
Huh.
So if Minnesota, they beat Golden State Warriors. So they beat Jimmy Butler, obviously, because he plays with the Warriors. So that's why I have my money on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Okay, so we are correct. I was right. Technically, the Minnesota Timberwolves have never won a championship, never made a finals. Pacers have never made a championship.
Well, yeah.
They made it to a finals in 2000s. And the Thunder, technically, when they were the Supersonics, they won it in 1979. And the Knicks was 1973.
No.
So Stuart wants the Knicks. Doug and I want the Timberwolves.
Let's go.
Yeah. I would love to see Pacers versus Timberwolves too. Like, I don't want to see
Pacers. I'm hot take. If the Pacers make it to the NBA championship, it'll be an easy win for whoever they play against.
Oh, no doubt. But I don't know. I just think that they're fun. Like my brother-in-law thinks that the Pacers are going to take it. He just told me a week ago. He's like, I just think there's something special going on in Indiana, and he thinks that he was voting on the Pacers. He knows ball too. Like he watches it a lot more intensely, and he was.
I'm pretty sure. Like before we head out on this podcast, this amazing podcast we've had.
Oh, it was.
I'm pretty sure the Pacers have the least probability of winning it all, right?
Oh, I think so too. But I mean, this playoff's been wild, man. Like I didn't think that they had a shot against Cleveland, and they looked great.
Yes.
Oh man, Minnesota's trying to make a push. They're going on a little late run here to try to.
Yeah, 93-81. Here we go.
And
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it, gentlemen. Do you have any final thoughts on these Stanley Cups, NBA, all that stuff?
I'm excited for our bets.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get your money. I'm going to get all your money.
Give me my money.
My money. It's my
I
money.
already sent you your money, Stu. You'll be sending that back when my.
I will send.
Yeah,
I will
right.
not send you any more money because I'm going to be
Sure,
winning
we'll be
them back.
sending Douglas that money back.
Give me my money.
No, not against the Leafs. Don't ever bet them Leafs.
Yeah, Stu. I think that will be my last time betting on the Leafs for sure.
Don't you ever bet on the Leafs.
You,
Ever
you have humbled me, sir.
2026.
I cannot stand for this level of infamy any longer.
Oh my God. But anyway, for next week, we'll talk about the games that have been happening in Florida's, in Carolina versus Dallas and Edmonton. It's going to be fun. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it's fun. Talk about some NBA. Talk about some NHL. And as always, I'm going to catch you later, Mr. Gators. So as always, take care. Bye-bye.